Alright, so I'm doing a really quick first impressions. It's not really a first impressions, but I'll do a more in-depth review because I used to have one of these when Penfold and Books, which I think closed from the UK. John Ritchie Publishing now makes this, and they do a really good job. It's calfskin leather. It's got a semi-yap, and it's got a nice tooled line. This was sent to me for review. In fact, it wasn't really for review. I was just talking to the company and saying how much I missed my old Penfold, which I lost in Texas around 2000. Oh goodness, it was early 2000s, mid 2000s. I mean, I lost it at church. We never did find it. So either somebody took it or I don't know what happened to it. But we were actually talking about it, and he goes, I got one that wasn't stamped right. And he said, I'll send it to you. And I just told him, well, I'll do a review since you're sending it to me. And it was just a blessing. So really, it wasn't even sent for a review, but I told him I would do a review. And I will do a more in-depth review. Let me go to the Bible. It does have two very thick but thin double satin ribbons. Let me just open up here. It does have the art gilding. And you do have your double column. Now this ain't for references. Since we're in the Old Testament, you're going to have Hebrew on one side, and then you're going to have the English on the other side. And what this Bible does, as you can see, which I can't get into all this right now, but it's going to help you understand the Hebrew and Greek and the English. They used to call this the Englishman's Bible. I think it was first released in 1881 or 1886. So it is on I think it's a 40 GSM or 42 GSM coated paper. Very, very nice paper. And Thomas Newberry was a dispensationalist like myself. So therefore, when you get to the back, and there's a lot more helps in here, which I'll get into in another video that help you understand how to use this Bible. But as you can see here, that it gets into the 7 dispensations and explains it. And then, of course, you have, I don't know if it has maps or just illustration charts. Don't believe it has maps. I think everything here is kind of like illustration charts. Very nice illustration charts. Yeah, I guess it does. It has some maps here. Very little. But it does. So it does. Yeah, and then this is, I think Paul's, if I remember right, something to do with Paul's ministry. I'll have to look at that later. But this is a very nice Bible. I would consider it a premium, even though it is a paste down. And the corners on this weren't done too well. They had to cut it and hammer it down, it looks like. But that's not a big deal. This is such a thick piece of leather. When this goes bad, I'll just have it rebound or just buy another one. So these things last. I had one and I thought, oh no, it's a paste down. But they use the same materials as Penfold did. I think they actually use the same bindery and everything. And I know how long these things can last. And I had my last one for about 3 years, constant use, writing in it, and I lost it. But it was still holding up better than at that time the long primer that I had. So it does a great job. But that's all I want to show you guys, that first impressions. Holy Bible, Newberry, Ritchie Publishers. So till next time, good day, and God bless.